Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to Arena Lacrosse League action here at the Millbrook Arena. I'm Steven Stamp, bringing you this game between the Peterborough Timbermen with the first face-off possession in their red with the blue and white trim, going left to right, and they're facing the Oshawa Outlaws. We're in the white, going right to left. We'll get to some of the details soon, but Cameron Simpson with the first shot of the game. Rebound comes straight out to Skylar Thomas. His pass goes through. Doesn't quite connect with Justin Bragg. Scotty Comer starting in net for Oshawa. Gets it ahead to Jeremy McWaters. And at the other end, they'll be facing Landon Kells, who was away last weekend with the Calgary Roughnecks, where he's on the practice squad. He said he had an amazing weekend. So great for him, for some of these young goalies to get a chance to face lots of shots from pro players. John St. John moves into the scoring lead. He entered the game tied for first in the Arena League with 54 points on 14 goals and 40 assists. That's his 15th assist of the season. Carson Stevenson and Brett Coons facing off, and Coons will get the win for the Timbermen on a violation by Stevenson. Leaves the ball there for Jeff Geddes. Both teams a little shy on forwards, maybe a few guys stepping in. Actually, Peterborough has some late arrivals, so I got to double check. That's a shot by Cam Simpson. He was here in plenty of time. He's picked up by McCrory. That's Ryan McCrory. McCrory sprinting up into the offensive zone. He's got Connor Laird with him. St. John off the bench. Takes the pass. Oh, off the post. Rings it hard off the post. It's going to go back. Grabbed by McCrory. Just stays on the right side of center. Now, is he staying? They've only got two lefties, Oshawa does. It's Jeff McNulty, who's up at the top. Gets it now and hands it off to John St. John, and they'll go strong right, as you'll see a lot of today. That shot from the outside by Luke Laskowitz, who last week set the Arena Lacrosse League record with 14 points, coming on 8 goals, 6 assists. Here's Aaron Woods. Rips one low to high. What a rocket past Scotty Comer. Patrick McCrory up against Coons for this draw. Coons pops it out. Great position by Joe Wasson, boxing his man Taguri, and then fights to get the ball back. He's going to the net, spins out all kinds of white shirts, throws it back up to Simpson. Wasson will stay and play forward, as he generally does quite a bit. More of a D-training guy, but he can play up front. Very solid anywhere. High lacrosse IQ. Picked off by McCrory. He's got Henry Archie with him, and St. John hustling off the bench, getting into space. McCrory shoots, comes back to him, shoots and misses. It hit the ceiling. That's out of play. It'll be Peterborough possession. Timbermen come in at 4-4. Oshawa at 3-5. Timbermen are -8 as they've scored 96 goals, given up 104. Oshawa's had no trouble scoring. They've scored 110 in their 8 games. Their issue is on the defensive end, where they've given up 126 goals, the most in the league by a pretty fair margin. St. John again streaming off the bench. He's going to get tuckered out just from sprinting from the bench. This quarter anyway. Obviously next quarter, probably Laskowitz coming first off the bench. We need a righty. Here's Aaron Woods, who'd run back. He's going to trot up into the offensive zone. That ball gets loose, but it's grabbed by Shane Francis before it can get back over center. Ball gets away. It's picked up by Mark DeBrone. Our officials today, Mike Sullivan, Shane Withers, and Matt Chamois. There's DeBrone handing it off to St. John. And they're going to go 4 rights. It's one way to, oh no, they've got McNulty already, who's just behind the net, drifting to the other side. Here's Laskowitz. Passes across to McWaters. That one's off the arm of Kells. Oh. There's a nice move there by the Peterborough defender. Can't quite tell if it's Lyman Beatty. Nice job to tap it around. But McNulty worked hard to try and get it back. There's Laskowitz. And if you're wondering, yeah, those 14 points, how legit were they? They were legit. They actually, Oshawa last week in a huge win, actually pulled up a little bit. There's McWaters with the shot. They weren't pushing, weren't shooting at the end much. And Laskowitz, the assists were real. The goals were lovely. Here's Peterborough on the attack. Mitchell Jeffroy. I know if you just saw it on his jersey, it says Jeffrey. It's Jeffroy with an O instead of an E. Wasson can't quite reach that. He's bumped aside by Archie. Great position by Archie to let McCrory scoop up that ball. Short pass to his brother Patrick. Oh, that was Ryan Nolan picking up the loose ball. My bad. Hands it off to Josh Gilray. McWaters looks at St. John, goes to Laskowitz instead. He'll pass it on to St. John. Gets underneath. Bragg goes to the net. Big save, Kells. Nice move by St. John, showing some quick feet. Bragg. Over to Woods. Watched by Clofer. Nice pick from Borden, playing an offensive shift. Here's a chance for Laskowitz on the run. It's going to go hard off of Kells and up out of play. Oshawa brings it across to Laskowitz. That shot is blocked. Tyler Armstrong gets in the way of that one. It rolls up to Geddes. McNulty hustles back, but here comes Beatty. Great pass. Gets the shot, and it's stopped by Comer. What excellent hustle. That was Carson Stevenson coming from the bench and getting on Beatty to affect his shot. It still almost got through. McWaters to St. John. He's just going to let it go. Not much strategy there. Just have a bit of space, wind up, and rip it to the bottom corner. Coons and McCrory battling at the dot. Taguri position, but Wasson. That's going to be a battle to watch this game. Those two lining up across from each other on faceoffs. Taguri over to McCrory. Bouncer off the foot and right up off the ceiling. St. John tried to grab the ball to get ready to start, but Matt Chamois will kick it over to him. St. John's going to the net again. Nice recovery by Jeff Geddes. Makes the drive up from New York for these games. Great commitment and nice defensive play. And Laskowitz, that shot rolled up the leg of Landon Kells and rolled back down again. So close. Great wrap strip check by Laskowitz. So 1-on-2, he's stripped back. Few men are more motivated than the defender who's just been stripped in his own end. That was true there with Skylar Thomas. Actually a forward generally, but he was back for a D shift. Nice pass through to Todd Chapman. He is stopped though by Comer. And crease violation. Oshawa will go the other way. Thomas usually wearing a red helmet. He's got the black bucket tonight, fitting in with the rest of his Timberman squad. St. John. Down to McNulty. Back to St. John. Almost had the hat trick with a nice arm save. Oh, my goodness. Now, they're going to confer the officials because the shot hit the goaltender. Kells bounced out, bounced off of a defender and in. It's a crease violation. It's not the shooter, I don't think. It's the other player, the original shooter. I guess it was. It was either the player looking in for the rebound or St. John after a shot had stepped in. Either way, good job by Chamois and Withers to get together. And that's a hold. And DeBrone's arguing, but his stick was so wrapped around he couldn't get it back out. That's a pretty obvious one. Woods, twister, stopped by Comer, but he'll get the rebound. Fresh 30 with 6 attackers out there. Jeff Roy bumped by Marat. It's Taylor Marat, 33. There's Thompson. And you've got only 4 defenders with sticks, so a great chance for Peterborough. But Jeff Roy just flails one from the outside, and it's stopped by Comer. Steve Toll, assistant coach for Oshawa, having a chat with the official. Not complaining about that call so much. It often isn't that call that they're complaining about. It's the fact that that call was made when others were not. And I think that's what Toll was saying was, hey, there's some calls earlier you should have made. You need to get more consistent, which is what teams are looking for. Great pass to Simpson. Nice save by Comer. Rolls out of the crease, which could cause some issues. But Connor Laird very calmly gets out and passes St. John. Big save by either Kells or his post. I think it was the post. He may have got a bit of it first. Snagged there by Woods. He's knocked down McCrory. Looked for a case there's a call coming. Now there is. As Ryan McCrory just ran over his man. Jeff Roy wisely flings the ball at the net to get a 5-on-3 for Peterborough. Steve McCarthy is the head coach for the Outlaws. He and Toll, the only 2 men on the bench for Peterborough. It's Joe Sullivan working solo duty. No Ray Dance or Derek Croak on the bench today. A minute 18 of 5-on-3 for Peterborough. Todd Chapman's the safety up top. You got Woods and Simpson. That's Thomas. Down to Ty Thompson. There's Simpson on the far side, watched by Patrick McCrory. To Gurry. Heads out. There's Laird rotating. Oh, there's a nice backdoor finish by Aaron Woods. The defense was actually pretty good by Oshawa, rotating, covering everyone, but great passing by Peterborough, keep him moving around. Aaron Woods with 23 goals now. Nobody else on the Timbermen has more than 8, at least on their roster today. Von Harris does have 10. He's only played 2 games. So obviously changes the equation. Of course, it's 5-on-4 now, and Simpson going for a run with Henry Archie trailing him. Gets it over to Thomas. I gotta get used to that no red helmet. Nice shot, but the save by Comer. Just shrugs the shoulder out. Thompson trots across the middle as Thomas hands it over to Woods. Thomas back to Thompson. That was blocked out front. Shot clock keeps running. The game clock kept running there too. Cost Peterborough a couple of seconds on this power play. Pass to Jeffroy doesn't connect. He's pushed from behind, but not too hard. Clofer just maintaining enough. Thompson hard low to high. Stopped by Comer. Clofer finds St. John again off the bench. Great position move by Taguri to set the little screen for an excellent scoring chance, but St. John's turned aside. Boy, he could have 4 or 5 easily by now. I mean, he's got 2. The other one went in, but he stepped in the crease. 35 left on the power play. Thompson. Thomas. Well, that gets away from Thompson. Could be a breakaway. Thompson just gets there in time. And then Skylar Thomas just runs through Taylor Marat. Boy, Marat has to maybe go a little more aggressively after that ball. That's going to get up out of play, and Oshawa's going to be able to kill the final moments of this penalty. You see Ryan Nolan taking a peek at the clock. Gets across center before the 8 count. That's Tyler Armstrong wearing number 9 coming up to watch him. Recent addition via trade for the Timbermen. He's a pretty solid defender. Played for the Iroquois at the World Championships. Long pass to St. John. They've got 4 to shoot. He ducks underneath. One hand around the back. Underhand. And Steve Morton doesn't. He thought that was a little excessively fancy maybe. You know, it's late in the shot clock. I say try it. Oh, my goodness. Justin Bragg on the run through some traffic. Scotty Comer still hasn't moved. He's just moving now. That's good because I can't sit straight the whole game. 3-2. Peterborough's pulled ahead. McCrory came up with the ball. A nice, calm, poised play to get over to Henry Archie. Head to Patrick McCrory. Here go the Outlaws. Laskowitz. Watched by Sandsel. Picked by McCrory. That shot stopped by Kells. Here they come the other way. Parker Sands. He's got a trailer. Gets it to him to Crow. Oh, it's in. Cam Crow. And the Timbermen are on a run. They're up 4-2. With 4:18 to play, the Timbermen on a roll. Stevenson tried to pull it out. Jeffroy digging hard, but St. John is going to come away with the ball. He had to Gurry on the far side, but really not much of a lane. Winds up giving the ball up anyway, as Peterborough triple teamed him. I actually thought it was a good decision by St. John when he didn't pass that ball, and then after you think, oh, maybe he should have. A little less traffic on the far side, but again, these guys have to make those decisions very quickly in real time. Get us heading to the bench. Thompson was looking to him, thought about making a pass. Thompson just rolls it out to Skylar Thomas. He's stripped. Oh, great job by Nolan. He's got a trailer with Clofer coming, but Clofer's picked up by Thomas. It's St. John off the bench. Nice pass. Oh, what a play. Ryan Nolan with the strip, the pickup, and the assist to set up John St. John for his 3rd of the game. Extended battle off the faceoff, and Peterborough comes away with it. Wasson with the ball. Oh, takes a whack to the face. And that's going to be a penalty to Oshawa. It wasn't intentional, but you got to control your stick. That one gets up into the. Oh, they're going to call holding. Never mind. It's not a. Skylar Thomas will start with the ball for the Peterborough power play. So they go strong left with Thompson and Jeffroy. Does it? Back up to Thompson. Woods in the middle, Simpson on the far side, gets it, shoots, scores! Great pass and a lovely shot around a bit of a screen over into that far corner. Oshawa with the ball. McCrory straight to the net. Scores! A matter of seconds. And Oshawa gets that power play goal back. Patrick McCrory off the draw. Thanks to JVI, as always, for the production. St. John looks up top to Laskowitz. Finds Gilray. Down to McWaters low, and McNulty's snuck in behind. Coons and Borden are the low penalty killers. Looks like Bragg and... I'll figure it out. Parker Sands, that makes sense. Saved by Kells. Borden with the outlet pass. Thought it was a little adventurous, maybe, trying to get it to Parker Sands. Oh, that was actually Brett Coons making that pass. St. John steps over center, and Oshawa will go back to the man advantage. Strong right again. As I mentioned, they've only got a couple of lefties today. There's Laskowitz. Over to Gilray. St. John to Laskowitz. Steps back. Rips it. It's wide. It's on the back of the mesh, but it rolls out to McNulty. Oh, and they were given a fresh 30. Okay, so they got lots of time. You hear them calling out plays from the bench. Oshawa down to McNulty. It's going to be a fresh 30 if they can get it. It's mucked along the boards, and Gilray grabs it. Here's Laskowitz. Shoots. I think they wanted the 2-for-1 chance there. No, they wouldn't be doing that. There's 30 on the shot and game clock. There was over 30 on the shot clock and the game clock. Well, 30 on the shot clock, obviously, not over. But with the power play, I don't think you'd go for the 2-for-1. Sands takes the bounce pass. McCrory's quick off the bench. Sands runs through him. Oh, there's at least one penalty coming. And it's a goal. So Parker Sands with the goal. Now, will it be two calls? The first one, I would think, was on the man coming off the bench, and then he was run over from behind. So we'll see. So it was just the initial holding call. That one's wiped out by the goal by Parker Sands, and what a beauty it was by Sands. Here comes Geddes to the net. Power play goal, Geddes. Winning the face-off battle of the Timbermen, as they've been doing all day, and it directly results in a goal this time. Now in goal for Oshawa, number 35, Ryan Schutzkowski. So after that goal, Oshawa's decided they need a little bit of change, and Ryan Schutzkowski is between the pipes for them. Scotty Comer goes to the bench. He's got his helmet off, and he's put it down so it doesn't look like it's one of those put him in for one shift. And Schutzkowski gets that first shot at the end of the quarter, kind of taps it off his hand up out of play. And through 15 minutes, it's 7-4 for Peterborough. Here we go, second quarter action underway. And Parker Sands recently scored for Peterborough. Can you get another one? No, Henry Archie causes that shot to go astray. And it bounces up out of play. Never touched an Oshawa player. Archie was just stick on stick. So Outlaws get the ball. Archie will trot up ahead. Gilray to St. John. There's a handful of players here for Oshawa who've played internationally. Josh Gilray represented England at the 2017 European Championships. John St. John played for Greece at the Worlds in 2014. The field lacrosse Worlds, that is. Oh, nice shot by McNulty. Low to high, but Kells got it as he was dropping. And Josh Chiguri played in the World Championships last fall for the Netherlands. Big hit on Thomas. He is flattened after the shot, and there's going to be a penalty to Oshawa. Thomas almost had it back, but it's grabbed there by Clofer. I think it was Taylor Stewart, who was with Colorado then, running down the alley and was flattened by Greg Harnett. I thought a perfectly clean hit, and they gave him the minor for illegal body check. Oh, there's a nice shot pass on the back door. And Oshawa wants a high stick on that check by Thomas and McCrory. They kind of have a point. There's a shot by Seguri. Wow, he was quick going after the loose ball. It gets up out of play. What a reaction on Seguri with the shot. It's off of Kells, and he immediately figured out where the ball was going and headed there. Seguri stays out for the penalty kill. As they go diamond formation, Laird and McCrory. Wide, Cam Simpson. That is the problem with the diamond. It gives you some advantages, but tends to leave you on the back door. And Simpson tucks it home, 8-4 Timbermen. McCrory and Coons. Peterborough comes away with it. And there's a chorus of earlies from the Oshawa bench, I believe it was. Chapman with it. Bouncer to the far side. Jeff Roy takes it. Thomas, pressure all around, gets over to Simpson on the far side. 3 lefties out for Peterborough, and Simpson getting a pick. Oh, McCrory almost had a chance there, but he turned back as the ball was contested. The 30 will expire on Peterborough anyway, and Oshawa will get the ball. Casey Swamp announced with the goal, but I assure you it was Cameron Simpson. Here's Parker Sands on the run. He's got the trailer, Jeff Roy. That's the man to go to. Oh, Jeff Roy picked up, though, by Stevenson. Good job there. Comes out to Thompson. There's a shot by Armstrong. Oshawa's got 3 men over center, 4 men. There's Laskowitz. Told you he'd be the guy off the bench in transition in the second quarter. When it's on the righty side. What a glorious chance. Laskowitz, has he got a goal today? I'm not sure. I would be surprised if he doesn't put something in. He is quite a shooter. Skylar Thomas, pretty good clamp on the stick there with the offhand. No call, and Oshawa will get the ball anyway. Oshawa comes into the attack, and they are missing Jake McNabb, who's played 4 games for them, has 13 goals in those 4 games. He's making his National Lacrosse League debut tonight with the Colorado Mammoth. Rip from Gilroy on the outside. Kells grabs the rebound with his hand, puts it in the stick, looks up the floor, nothing there. Great job by Oshawa to get a player off and get Stevenson on D. He's having himself a pretty solid game, doing all the quiet things. Simpson, the last goal scorer, over to Woods. Woods with McCrory all over him. Gets into some space. The shot stopped by Shutkowski. Here's a break. McCrory, he's got Jeff Roy behind him. Twister, pretty good effort by Jeff Roy. I think affected the shot. And the save by Kells. Here comes Peter the other way with 11:11 to go. Here in the second quarter, I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. Thanks for being with us. We're over halfway through the season now, a 14-game schedule for each team. All but 2 teams have played 8 games. This is 9 for Peterborough and Oshawa today. Simpson working through traffic with an illegal pick from Cam Crow. And Taguri's off to the races. He's got St. John with him. Taguri will peel off as there's no transition. St. John tries to get it down low to McWaters, but Geddes was in the way. Ball pops out. Kells tried to grab it, didn't have to. It was grabbed by Casey Swamp, moves ahead to Francis. Penalty coming to Peterborough, I think. The man early trying to push transition. That's going to cost him. Yeah, it's got to be Peterborough. They have possession. McWaters up to Laskowitz as Oshawa goes strong right. Gilray's the low man on the right side. St. John and McNulty, the lefties. Probably don't have to say that every time because those are the only 5 forwards on the roster today. Blocked shot by Tyler Armstrong. He pops back up. He is a tough customer. I'll try it's Casey Swamp. Should get the credit for that. What a block. He just shakes it off. Here's Borden on the run. He can score. And by he can score, I mean he did score a goal in the Arena Lacrosse League. It came a few weeks ago here at the Millbrook Arena. I was joking with him after. I said, "You're a sniper now." He said, "Yeah, they were talking about how you should get the ball." But I was like, "I'm not getting the ball in this is 3rd or 4th year in the league. I'm not getting the ball for my first goal 4 years into this league." St. John back up to Laskowitz. McWaters waiting for the pass. Now he sets a pick over to St. John. Laskowitz rips it, saved by Kells. It's going to go way out. St. John, he didn't want to pick it up right before center and step over. So he just didn't touch it. It's pretty heads-up play. Speaking of Colorado, that's a Mammoth helmet St. John is wearing. He was with the club last year towards the end of the season. Sure, he'd love to get an opportunity with the team again this year. Up top to Laskowitz. It's knocked away. Bragg just going to take his time, make sure of possession, and they can kill the final 30. They've got 2 seconds more on the shot clock than in the penalty. Woods sprinting away from traffic. Simpson taking his time. 10 on the penalty. Fights through traffic. He likes to fight through a bunch of guys. And he will kill the rest of the shot clock and the penalty and the shot clock. Oshawa's Nolan steps over center. McFadden limits his space. He'll find Gilray off the bench. A little faux foray into the zone and then circles out and passes across to St. John. McWaters high. Shoots from way outside, just inside the restraining line. Kells knocks it aside, but it gets up out of play. 8:01 to go in the second. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the Arena Lacrosse League. Thanks for being with us. McNulty, watched by McFadden. Now he picks him back up after they'd switched. Ball ricochets around the boards to St. John. They've got 14 to shoot. Pass is tipped away. Borden took a second to realize where it was. Almost wound up with Oshawa, but Peterborough gets it. Francis on the run. Goes to the boards on the far side of the benches. Hands it off to Thomas. That'll be a reset and fresh 30 for Peterborough as his quick shot bounced off Szutkowski and out of play. Big pick by Thomas on Marat, who fights his way back in. That one's going to be an over and back. It rolls all the way down. And we will take our immediate break as we're past the midway point of the second quarter. 8-4, Peterborough over Oshawa. Oshawa with possession, trailing by 4 midway through the second quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. Penalty coming to Cam Crow for a whack on John St. John, who's going to take the pass here from McNulty. Extra attacker's out is Mike Vertoli. I didn't think Vertoli was here. Must have been a late arrival. Oh, yeah, he's here. Okay. There's a chance, but his ball gets away. Brett Coons and Stephen Borden, the alternate captains, are the low men for the penalty kill. Parker Sands and Justin Bragg at the top. There's a chance for Gilray. Nice save by Kells. He's been sharp. Oshawa's generated some chances. McNulty behind the net takes the pass from St. John. There's a cutting McWaters. Nothing there for him to shoot. That one's knocked down by Borden. Sorry, that was Coons. They've switched places. Laskowitz says lots of time. Waves everyone to their positions. Gilray hard shot sidearm. With about 10 left on the shot clock. Stopped by Kells and a fresh 30 as Laskowitz picks it up. Boy, the kid can shoot, but he is working hard for loose balls today, too. Gilray up to Laskowitz. Quite a slow pace power play. Now they get moving. Gilray Flips to St. John. One-touch sweep shot. There's a low shot by Gilray. Another save by Kells. Coons gets it to Justin Bragg, who's got Sands trailing. Back to Bragg on his offside. What a nice goal by Bragg to drag across, trying to drag Shutkowski with him, and drifts it back into the near side. Timbermen come up with the ball off the face-off possession call. So the shorthanded goal and now possession, they can kill all but the final 14 seconds of the Crow penalty. Couple for Bragg. What a game he's having. Here's Simpson. Thomas. Pick from Thompson. Rips one from outside. Stopped by Shutkowski. He's looking up floor. Nothing there. Goes to McCrory. McCrory hands it off to Laskowitz. Fifth attacker just coming out of St. John, but they're going to shoot before he gets there because McWaters had a great lane to the net, just couldn't find the hole on the far side. It's off of Kells and up out of play. Fresh 30 for Oshawa. St. John with it. Penalty ending. Crow comes out, joins the defensive set. Laskowitz with a hard rip, but it's wide. Just a little off his shot today. Outlet pass. What a pass to Bragg. He almost had the hat trick. Crow's going to go after that loose ball. Laskowitz wins the battle. A great body position. A little pick from Shutkowski, and here comes Laskowitz. Bragg on him. Loses his stick on the wrap check. He'll just leave it and go to the bench. Francis with the D. Did it touch anybody? No, it goes out of play. Great play by Francis. Laskowitz gives up the ball, but then the pass thrown straight to St. John, who finds McWaters coming in. Scores! Jeremy McWaters, far side. Floats one home. Oshawa gets one back. It's 9-5. Face-off pulled out by Coons, but it goes straight to Taguri. Taguri's been a whirling dervish today. Hands that one off to McNulty. Taguri stays for the offensive set. Gilray goes to the far boards. Saved by Kells, bounces straight to Coons. Double team. They get the ball loose. Nice work by Gilray to pop it free. Connor Laird generally plays D, but I've seen him play some offensive shifts. He's actually pretty good. Decent hands. High IQ. Oh, Laskowitz with the toe drag gets himself inside. Shot, though, is turned aside. Wasson running with Chapman. Chapman fed him nicely, but Wasson stopped. And now the white shirts come in force. Nolan looked to the bench for McWaters, the first righty off in transition, but didn't like the lane. I think it's probably a pretty good call. He didn't pass that one. He would have been kind of throwing back against the grain, drifting up with a defender coming after McWaters. Low odds. St. John. Big pick by Laird on Armstrong. Laird gets it. Armstrong was ready to go. He thought they were getting the ball. He was ready for transition. That one's wide. Now they can run. If they can get there, 30's going to run out of time, and Laird will put it down. And that's delay game. Oh, no. Yeah, it is delay game. Laird had it in his stick. He was kind of bouncing in his stick. I don't know why he didn't just put it down. He's arguing that I was right there. He's putting it out, but yeah, that's a delay game. .258 to go in the first half as Peterborough goes back to the power play. Woods steps in, backs up to Thomas. Thompson with the pick, cross floor. That was through traffic, but not sure there's ever a hole there for Woods. Got through to Shutkowski, but comes back out to Peterborough, fresh 30. Simpson hits Thomas, whose shot goes wide. It's tracked down by Aaron Woods. Oh, behind the back attempt by Thompson. Now Woods with the shot. That goes wide. Taguri is going to race down the floor and get ready to start with possession for Oshawa. As they try and kill this penalty, he'll go up to St. John. even 4-on-5 when you've got St. John, Laskowitz, and McNulty joined by Gilray. It's a pretty dangerous offensive set for Oshawa. And there's Gilray. Actually sounded pretty smart on that one as Oshawa drives to the net and gets a beautiful bounce shot goal on the backdoor pass from St. John. McCrory and Coons. McCrory pulls it out. It's grabbed. Oh, it's not grabbed by DeVron. He ran right past it. Thought he had it. Sands gets it over to Bragg, who's going to give it up to the power play. Still lots of time for Peterborough. They got 55 on the man advantage. Thompson up to Thomas. Jeffroy at the top as they go strong left. Oh, what a play by Jeffroy. Little fake to Woods. The D parted a bit. He just lets it rip from the top. Perfect placement for Jeffroy. So 10-6, the power play goal restores Peterborough's lead to 4. But Taguri gets it off the faceoff, scores! Fakes a little bit far side to Laskowitz and then just kind of pulls it back and finds 5-hole. Coons and McCrory. McCrory pulls it out straight to Laird. Bragg on him. Minute and a half to go in the half. 10-7. Peterborough leads Oshawa. St. John tries to feed it through, does get it through to McNulty, but pops it out of his 6. He tries to shoot, but Vertoli with a great forecheck pops it loose. Comes out to St. John, but his shot is stopped by Kells. Here's Sands. No easy pass to make, so Sands will hang on for a moment. Now gets to Simpson. To Thomas. Sands has stayed for the shift. Nice trail check. And Nolan's off up the floor. Armstrong gets out to cover him. And McCrory has to fight through a bunch of traffic. There is a penalty coming. I think it's Simpson going off for holding on the trail check. Oh, slashing call. With 40.4 seconds to play in the half, Oshawa goes to the man advantage. Skylar Thomas called for the slash. He and Simpson both were back checking. And Oshawa's going to take a timeout as Steve Toll calls over to Laskowitz and indicates they're going to set things up. So the power play is set up. They've had the timeout to decide what they want to do. Let's see if there's a set play. Right now, they're staying to the outside. St. John steps in, down to Laskowitz. Little pick in the rip, so a bit wide, comes back to him. Laskowitz gets it back. They've got 7 to shoot. St. John sees the cutter. Laskowitz will let it rip. That one's wide as well. Oh, and Oshawa had a player step out of the bench. And they're arguing that somebody was going off, but you can tell by the way Connor Laird came out and then jumped back in. He was feeling guilty. Trying to eliminate the power play for Oshawa. We'll have a minute 28 of 4-on-4 action, but a minute 20 of it will come in the third quarter. We've only got 8.8 seconds to go here in the half. 10-7, Timbermen lead. They do go 5-on-4. Goalie pulled for the extra attacker, and Taguri is out on Woods immediately. And he backs up right to the center line, passes it right away. Simpson to Jeffroy. They go back door to Wasson. It's in and out. No, it was stopped. I thought that had gone in and out, but it comes out. Now a shot at the empty net. Taguri just missed. We will go to the break, 10-7. What a half of lacrosse. Pretty fun. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action from the Millbrook Cavan Community Center. See you in a few. We're back and ready to roll. 119 of 4-on-4 action ahead of us as Peterborough leads 10-7 and has a chance right off the faceoff. Coons! Brett Coons goes over the top, squeaks one through Shutzkowski, and 6 seconds into the third quarter, it's 11-7 Timbermen. McCrory swats this one out. Oshawa will get the ball. We'll see if Nolan can match the goal. 6 seconds in. Nope, he's going to hand it off. They'll set up. Laskowitz with it. Laskowitz with 18 goals in his 3 games before this. Doesn't have any yet today. He had 8 in the one game, 5 in the games surrounding it. Shovels it up to McWaters. Check immediately by Tyler Armstrong. Armstrong's a pretty big guy, but he moves well. Jeff McNulty was standing in the crease, couldn't play it, then recognizes he can't come out of the crease and play it as the first guy to touch the ball. So he just lets it go. Peterborough sets up. Jeff Roy with it. 35 left on the Peterborough penalty. So they can have a full offensive set here. Oh, White, nice save by Szuskowski. Traveling across the crease with Woods, then turning him aside. Simpson goes to the net, flips it up to Woods. Didn't quite get to him. Here's a break for Nolan. Oh, he bobbles it, and Woods is going to get on him. Nolan's eyes may have been lighting up at the chance to break in on Landon Kells. He's indicating he was hit in the face, wants a penalty call, not going to get it, but he will maintain possession. Pretty solid shift by Nolan, who'll flip it over to St. John. Penalty kill now, 30 seconds left in the Oshawa penalty. St. John with 10 to shoot, ducks underneath. Scores shorthanded, Johnny St. John's 4th of the game. Coons clamps, but McCrory pops it out, picks it up himself. Oh, it gets away. A lot of traffic now. Laird will grab it. So with the shorthanded goal, it's 11-8 Peterborough. Oshawa Laird with the ball. Ryan McCrory with a little pick. What a lovely little underneath move by St. John. He's having himself a game. I don't know how many assists he's got today, but the goals have been very good. St. John points to the top. Gilray gets it from Laskowitz, comes over to St. John. Backdoor to Gilray. Nice bounce attempt, but Kells adjusts, gets the shot off. Fresh 30 as St. John picks it up just on his side of center. Crow on him. Throws a little whack on Laskowitz as he goes by, as a D-man is prone to do. Laskowitz. Double teamed. Great great check by Beater, but somehow Laskowitz held on to the ball. Now it pops out. I don't know how Laskowitz held on to that so long. Sands shoots, scores. Near side, tucks it inside the post just past Szuskowski, who's still, no wait, it's waved off. I think Szuskowski may have got enough of it that the ball didn't go in before Sands stepped into the crease, so it's still 11-8. Here comes Armstrong on the run. He's got Geddes with him. That shot's wide. Geddes coming up from Rochester, New York. I asked him at halftime which way he comes, and he said, yeah, the Kingston way. He figured it out, went through the maps. It's about a 20-minute difference. Rochester pretty much straight below Millbrook, Peterborough area. McNulty from the outside, stopped by Kells. Laird tried to tap it away from him, but Kells had it covered up. Here's Justin Bragg. Ty Thompson takes it from Jeffrey. Thomas is there, slips through the middle. Bragg's out for a 4 lefty look. May have been in the crease, so doesn't matter as the pass doesn't get through. Jeff Roy's going after DeBrone. Gets up into his face, just slow motion pushes him down. Now Vertoli's going after the Peterborough player who hit Marat. I was watching behind the play, didn't see the initial interaction. Ooh, and Taylor Marat, or Vertoli, is throwing bare hand punches at the side of the helmet, which just doesn't strike me as a great idea. McFadden is the Peterborough player. Props for standing up for your teammate if you feel you need to go and have his back, but keep your glove on if you're going to punch a helmet.
Illegal body checking, 5 for roughing. Bertoli, 5 for roughing. Time of the penalties, 3:26.
So Oshawa to the power play as McFadden took the extra deuce. He and Vertoli each got 5 for roughing. And then McFadden took 2 for roughing to start with, their illegal body check. So someone's in to serve it for him, whoever the in-home is. Backdoor pass to Laskowitz, he's denied. Still can't find one today. My goodness, great chance for Laskowitz with the save by Kells. St. John takes it from McNulty. McWaters at the top as they go 3 rights. Laskowitz is down low. You can hear Steve Toll yelling, do it again. They want to run the cycle. Oh, and then Laskowitz drops that pass. Gilray grabs it. 13 to shoot. They want the penalty coming now on Justin Bragg. Sands is going after Laskowitz. He's probably going to get an instigator if they wind up fighting here. He is going after Laskowitz hard. And that's probably going to be it for Parker Sands. He's got to be careful. Bragg trying to pull his foot, or Sands trying to pull his foot loose. Almost stepped on the head of Luke Laskowitz. I don't think he intended to. Now Laskowitz. Laskowitz is going to go. I think Justin Bragg's going too. Boxes are going to be full over there, at least the Peterborough one. Yeah, Bragg is going in. Laskowitz goes to the Oshawa box. So Oshawa will be 5-on-3 for minute 18. With Sands with 2-5 in a game. Oh, what a save by Kells on Gilray. Justin Bragg got a couple of minors. And then Oshawa had 3 minors, 2 to Luke Laskowitz. And then 1 for the bench minor for the coaches yelling at the refs. So all those minors cancel out, which leaves just the major for roughing to Sands that is up on the board. And they've still got somebody. There's a bunch of Timbermen in there. Ball pops loose. It was 1-on-4. Good job by Simpson to kill as much time as he could. And now the Outlaws come in to the power play. They'll have Ryan McCrory as the safety valve up at the top. St. John and McNulty, the lefties, McWaters and Gilray, the righties. Of course, the big thing that hurts Oshawa here is Laskowitz is out. Oh, there's a goal. No, it stopped somehow. How did that not go in? I think I heard it hit the post. Pass ahead to McFadden. Great catch in traffic. He'll spin out. That's Aaron Woods. Saw those Capital City Axeman helmet. Thought it was McFadden running, but it was Woods off the bench. He gets a shot and gets his own rebound back, or does he? He's taken down by a couple of Oshawa players. Still trying to just tie up the ball. That's got to be withholding. Yeah. Great job by Woods. And Oshawa wants to delay a game, but you got 3 guys standing on top of Woods. It's at least credible that he would not be able. Oh, now he got away with one there. Woods with the slash to the back of John St. John's leg. Nobody saw it. That definitely would have been a penalty. St. John gets it back. 5-on-4 now for another 3.5 minutes. St. John and Crow fight for the ball. It pops over to McNulty. To Gilray. He doesn't catch it before he tries to shoot. Here goes Todd Chapman. Swim move. Splits the D. What a job by Chapman. Then catches the ball after it popped loose. He's run over by DeBrone. And McCrory will come up with the ball. Chapman, no chance to get that one to Simpson. Then he tries the wrap check on McCrory. Gilray to the net. Shoots low. It's down under the leg, right beside the leg of Kells. Picked up by Brett Coons. He'll trot over center. Does his best statue move, then hands it off to Ty Thompson. Woods, watched by Laird. He'll pass him off to DeGurry. They double team, strip the ball, and Laird takes off the other way. Oshawa's going to take their time here. No chance to run, so they'll just set up the power play. Laird warding off the check from Armstrong. Better make sure you get your arm out there solidly because Armstrong will chop right through it. McWaters to St. John. To Armstrong and Wasson at the top. Swamp and Borden low. That shot is blocked out front. Joe Wasson not too comfortable. He's going to stay and play though. You can see him limping and he's not going after that loose ball. He'll let Armstrong take that. And then he goes to the bench and immediately crumples to the floor. He is in a serious amount of pain. Here comes Simpson. He'll circle the net. Oh, he's turned back. Nice job by Jake Strocher taking away his angle. He is pinned. Not sure where Simpson's stick is. Strocher trying to work it loose. Think it's withholding called. Oh, and DeBrone chops on the leg of Simpson, so we'll call that even for the chop on St. John earlier. Those are ones you're going to want to call. I think generally the refs are doing a pretty good job, but I think you got to call those or it can get really nasty. St. John over to Gilray. McNulty to St. John. Rips a hard low one. 5 for St. John. This is a power play marker, makes it 11-9. This time it's Joe Sullivan's turn to be upset with the officials. He felt that Peterborough should have got a call down on the other end when Simpson was trapped along the boards. And, of course, eventually it led to the goal at the other end. St. John burying that one. The hidden ball trick does not work as it bounces off McWater's stick. So just hand it back to John St. John, who's still chuckling about it. Here comes Ryan McCrory, and he's backdoor. Oh, it's picked off. Wasson is back out and running as fast as ever. Thought about the lob pass. Now he'll just bounce it over to Geddes, and the Timbermen will set up a penalty kill. 18 on the shot clock, 55 on the penalty. The major to Parker Sands. St. John's out on D. He and Gilray, so a couple of forwards checking there. Geddes gets the shot with 1 second left on the shot clock. What a shift by Jeff Geddes, making that 4.5, 5 hour drive worthwhile. And here's Gilray. Oshawa has time to win the power play. McNulty. They got McCrory down low. McWaters can't catch that pass. A theme today. And we'll have our midway break with 17 seconds left in the Peterborough Major. All right, play is blown back in. Aaron Woods with the ball. A lot happened during the break. There was some confusion about who was getting out of the box and when. There's still two Timbermen in. One of them should be in there. The other, I thought should be in it. They let him out, put him back in. Peterborough pulled Landon Kells, the goalie, to get an extra attacker out to kill the final 17 seconds of the penalty, and then the player would have gone to the bench and Kells would have gone back. But then Oshawa pressed, so Kells came back on the floor. And it took forever, but we got going, and then they just kind of ran out the final time. We are back to even strength, but McFadden's still stuck in the penalty box, and I just don't know why. Here's Aaron Woods. That shot goes wide, grazes the ceiling, and there's a penalty coming now to Mark DeBrone. So DeBrone gone for a deuce for an illegal cross-check, and the Timbermen, after being shorthanded for 5 minutes, including some 5-on-3 time, they go to the power play. Simpson up to Woods. Thomas at the top, strong left Peterborough. That's Thompson. Moving pick on Peterborough, and the Outlaws will get the ball. Patrick McCrory finds Laskowitz. They got to make it over center, and they do. A couple of seconds to spare. Leaves it there for Gilray, who bobbles it. St. John taking his time. He's got Lyman beat out on him, fighting some pressure. Laird there to set a pick for him. They get it to Laird. Nice save by Kells. That was a pretty good chance for Laird, just kind of drifting into space in the Peterborough defensive zone. They weren't very alert on him, and he got a good scoring chance, but he's turned aside. 4:44 to go in the third. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action from Millbrook Arena. Thomas back to Woods. Still a full minute on the penalty. Backdoor to Jeffroy, doesn't get there. It's grabbed by Thompson out front. Tries a little underhand reverse whip, which Schutzkowski was ready for. Thomas now back to Thompson. Shoots around the screen, scores. Clofer was coming out at him, but Thompson uses it as a screen and finds it just inside the far post. Power play goal. 12-9 Timbermen. Coons and McCrory. McCrory tries to grab it. Coons a little push in the lower back, and they do call the loose ball foul. So Oshawa will get possession. McCrory will start with it. Tiptoeing the line. Gets it over to St. John. Bursts through traffic. Oh my goodness. What a goal. Johnny St. John shreds the triple team and rolls one far side into the corner. That's got to be a player of the year candidate for Johnny St. John. It's 12-10. We're back to a cool 2-goal difference, and McCrory comes up with the ball. Archie there to help him out. Archie probably the easiest of these players to recognize with that pretty serious flow coming out the bucket. Laskowitz is down low, setting a pick as he is back out there for Oshawa. Here's Gilray. Pass to St. John, the hot hand. It's Gilray. Tries the low sweeper. It's actually picked off out front by Coons. They strip him. Gilray's going to grab that ball. Crease violation? No crease. Peterborough gets it back anyway. Geddes throws it out to Shane Francis. Francis will pass and cut to the middle. Thompson, the trailer, through traffic. It's off the post. I thought he pulled that one way wide. He actually got it right off the post. Up at a play, fresh 30 Timbermen. 4 lefties, Peterborough. Woods the only righty. They'll get it to him. He's got a lot of space over there to work with. And there's a penalty coming as Jeremy McWaters was stuck on D, just took Shane Francis to the ground and laid on top of him. So Steve Toll has been tossed from the game. I think he got another one as he was leaving. Not the first time Toll's been thrown out of a game. That'll make it a 5-on-3 as Mike Vertoli goes to serve the Miners. We're just 5 seconds into the major to McWaters. Wait. Peterborough only had 4 guys out there. It's because they didn't realize. So Oshawa had sent 4. Peterborough sent their 5 attackers, and then when Oshawa had to pull a guy, Peterborough pulled a guy back to the bench, Jeff Roy, and sent the safety valve Chapman out. Oshawa gets it, so we've got a minute 42 now. Oh, there's a goal on the back door for Ty Thompson. Nice job taking the pass from Simpson, just floating it over the shoulder of Ryan Schutzkowski. Okay, we had quite a delay while they sorted out. There's some issues with the clock. There have been issues with the clock in this building. So the 5-minute major came off the board. It shouldn't have. The minor should have. The rule is if there's a major and a minor, even if the major was first, if a goal is scored, the minor comes off and the player's released, which is what happened. Unless there's already been a goal on the major, in which case you have to keep going until there's a second goal off the major, and then another goal would take the minor off. Anyway, hopefully that's not too confusing. But there's 4:33 left in the major, which they're just keeping track of. Nice job by Woods to hustle off the bench and get out to stop the over and back. Woods to Thompson. Back to Woods. Low shot, that's blocked. Taguri paying a price. Simpson, shot saved by Schutzkowski, but tucked in by Aaron Woods. Nobody helping Schutzkowski on the rebound, and Woods tucks home an easy one. So Peterborough remains on the power play for another couple minutes. We've got under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's 14-10 Timbermen. Nice play by Coons to kind of jump in the air. Actually didn't have to jump, but still nice play to get that ball and flip it back so it can be picked up by Justin Bragg. Bragg's going to stay for a power play shift. Thompson and Thomas, the other lefties, Woods and Simpson, the righties.
Timberman goal scored by number 7, Aaron Woods.
Ryan McCrory comes out to play some D. Oh, sorry, that's Jake Strocher. Saved by Schutzkowski. Simpson scores. Helmet was off, but he shot right away. It's like a goal from the 40s. Simpson grabbing it with no helmet and tucking it home. Oshawa is arguing that shouldn't count. The play should not have continued. They've got a pretty good case. The refs are going to get together. The rule is you can, when your helmet comes off, you can finish the play immediately. But you can't continue to play without the helmet. You have to either get off the floor or put the helmet back on. Simpson, I didn't see. There was a lot of traffic. I couldn't see when the helmet came off. But he grabbed and shot right away. Yeah, and they're going to say the goal is wiped out, which means it's got to be a penalty to Cam Simpson. I don't understand how you can wipe out the goal and not call the penalty for playing with illegal equipment. Anyway, they've given the ball to Oshawa. No goal is recorded, and McCrory is being harassed by Cam Simpson back for defensive shift, which he can play, no problem. He has been a very good D20 player in his day. That pass doesn't get anywhere near Laskowitz, and it's grabbed by Kells. Here comes Bragg on the run. Tries to pass to Woods. I think if he'd thrown that fake, the defender was going. Bragg might have had a clear lane to go for his hat trick. Oshawa throws it the other end to Laskowitz. Gilray, what a shot on the run. Finds a spot just inside the post. Shooting across the body. Nice tuck home. 44.2 to play in the third. It's 14-11. Oshawa back within 3. Coons and McCrory. Wasson picks up the loose ball. Ty Thompson has it. Peterborough should still be on the power play. Oh, yep, 5 on. No, it's 5 on 5. Did they get 2? The last one didn't count. And the player's still in the box. How does Oshawa have 5 players out? I'm really confused. Peterborough has the ball. I know that the shot gets tipped, doesn't get through. The shot clock will expire. Jeffroy has to put it down. Here's McCrory, 8 seconds in the quarter. McNulty to St. John. Oh, tried to tap home another one. And the quarter will expire with the score 14-11 for Peterborough. We'll be back to wrap it up here. Arena Lacrosse League action from Millbrook. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks for being with us. We'll go watch the archive and figure it out. 15 minutes to decide a winner. Peterborough up by 3. Bragg grabs it. Taguri on him. Shovels it across to the far side to Jeffroy. Pulls it down. Laird on him. Oh, fights through traffic. Nice job by Jeffroy to create the shot, but Shutkowski denies him. Patrick McCrory takes the outlet. Laird's up the floor already. Laskowitz first off the bench, but they take away the angle to him pretty nicely. Casey Swamp just slowed down to get into the passing lane. Here's John St. John. Feeds it through. Great pass. And the finish by Laird. Lovely goal. We're back within 2. Face-off violation by Coons. I told you Connor Laird could play some O. Lovely catch and shot off the beautiful pass by St. John. We are 5 on 5. McWaters is still in the penalty box. Now, he would have to serve it. If Peterborough got 2 on the major, he'd have to serve it. I didn't think they did, though. I thought the Simpson one would have been the second. I don't know. St. John has it. What a game he's having. 6 goals, some really nice assists, including that last one. McNulty. Backdoor pass doesn't connect. It's up high in the air. Geddes tries to grab it. St. John knocks it loose. Tried the behind-the-back shot. I think he just knew it was late in the shot clock and there weren't many people, so he tried that shot. It got nowhere near. This was blocked by a Peterborough defender. Nice creativity, though. Here's Peterborough. Thomas. Thompson. Wood steps around the screen. Misses wide. Thomas is going to let one rip. Saved by Shutkowski. He's come in and played pretty solidly for Oshawa. Simpson in the corner. Bumped off the ball by McCrory. Oh, that's going to be an over and back. So the pass didn't get caught. It was either Nolan or Marat trying to accept that pass. Nice effort by Brett Clofer trying to make that pass out. Peterborough on the attack, leading by 2 with 13:15 to go here in the fourth. Jeffroy doesn't seem to have anybody to pass to. Gets it to Simpson. There's Thomas. Pick for Jeffroy. That's a bit much. A long outlet pass. It's a hit for Tolley coming off the bench, I believe. He's going to stay for the shift. St. John on his offside. Laskowitz off the bench. It's a pick from Gilray. Oh, that's got to be an illegal pick. One of them's got to be illegal. No. So it's an over and back, though, on Oshawa. Peterborough will get possession. Shane Francis racing in to get the ball. He wanted to shoot it right into the net, but they waved him off. And you do have to go into the corner. You can't blow play in with a player right on top of the crease. That's direct from the rule book. Joe Sullivan was irate because that was a great scoring chance. But if it had been blown, but you can't. You just can't do it. It's a slashing call. Now, will there be one each way?
2 minutes for slashing. That's Armstrong. 2 for illegal cross check. DeBro, 2 for slashing.
So DeBrone took the initial slashing call for Oshawa, then Armstrong, illegal cross-check, is going to even it up. We'll stay 5-on-5 with 12:22 to play here in the fourth quarter. Gilray gets a pick for McWaters. Oh, McNulty, quick release, just missed. Is it over back? Yes, I thought it may have grazed the goaltender. It did not. Play will be blown in. Justin Bragg starts with it for Peterborough. They've got to get a fifth guy on the floor. Here he comes. Skylar Thomas will take the pass. And if you're looking on the box score and seeing all the Ks, it is 2 Ks in Skylar, Skylar. Simpson works through traffic. Woods, triple team, gets flattened somehow, comes out with the ball and scores! Aaron Woods! And then doesn't take a penalty. What a play by Aaron Woods. So cue that one up in split screen with the John St. John goal from earlier in the game. And let's have a vote for goal of the year. They were both gorgeous. Here's Peterborough trying again, but Geddes can't quite accept that pass right down around his knees. Penalty coming to Oshawa. Oh, it's going to be like unsportsmanlike, and I think Steve McCarthy might be gone as well. And Oshawa was livid because after the goal, Woods pushed Connor Laird over from behind. So somebody's got to go serve the penalty for DeBrone. He's just left the box open. Somebody has to go serve it. It's Jake Strocher is going to go in. And Oshawa still needs to get another player on the floor. The refs were about to blow play in, and then Mike Sullivan, the crew chief, said, no, you got to get one more guy out here. It'll be Ryan McCrory, he and Taguri at the top, Laird and Patrick McCrory down low. Thompson at the top, comes over to Woods. There's Simpson. Thomas to Thompson. It's knocked loose. McCrory trying to get after it. Thompson keeps body position. Woods just avoids the over and back. Nice athletic play. Thomas to Thompson to Simpson. Oh, it's too high for Simpson. Would have been a great chance. Baird with the big hit. Peterborough given possession, and Oshawa wanted an embellishment call, officially be unsportsmanlike conduct. And again, they may have a point. Thomas down to Jeff Roy. Shot, stopped by Shutkowski. Oh, that's a little bit away from Taguri, and Kells is going to track it down. Good idea by Ryan McCrory, sorry. Peterborough back to the power play. 1:06 to go in the man advantage. They lead by 3 now with 10.5 in the game. Shot from the top by Thompson. Did it touch anybody? No, not seeing a reset indicated. So just 3 to shoot for Peterborough. Thomas is going to run out and shoot. They left him lots of space, but he missed the net. And here goes McCrory on the run. That one is blown in right away because it's not an imminent scoring threat. Laird fights through traffic to get that loose ball. Fresh 30 for Peterborough. Oh, McCrory's going to take one behind the play. Illegal cross check. Peterborough to the 5-on-3. This time it's correct with just 3 guys out there for Oshawa. So Jeff Roy's the safety valve up top. There's Thomas behind the net. He's got Woods and Simpson. Shovels it to Simpson. Woods hard, high and low, but missed the net. Nolan grabs it. Fights through traffic. Ball pops loose. Tries to get it back. He's going to go to pick it up himself. The 8-second count's got to be getting close. Yeah, it's got to be 8. It is. And Peterborough will get the ball. Taguri looks a little confused. Thought Peterborough possessed it. They hadn't. They just knocked it down. Woods with the quick shot saves Shutkowski. And Laskowitz is down the floor as the players stepped out of the penalty box. And Laskowitz was all alone. Now Peterborough's got it back. Simpson working to get the reset and the scoring chance for Thomas. Now Simpson's going to shoot. That one's stopped by Shutkowski. I think they got a little confused because Laskowitz had stayed out. He was on the floor up in the offensive zone, which is a fine, tricky little play as long as your team knows to not send another player out. I think one of the defenders got confused, saw there were only 3 guys, and sent another defender. So it is 5-on-3 again for Peterborough for a full minute here. Woods to Simpson. Backdoor pass. Nice attempt by Thompson, but it's stopped. Who's going to get it? Woods zips in. Taps it ahead to Thomas. Heads up play, but Thomas couldn't catch it. But it does come to Thompson. Woods, lots of room. Shoots, scores. Aaron Woods is way too deadly to leave that much space. All right, the net is tied up. The goal is on the board at 16-12 Peterborough. The Timbermen are back on the power play, and Justin Bragg to Wasson, who's going to peel out and set up the offense. Chapman. Now Chapman's out. He's going to go off because Peterborough is on the 5-on-4 now. Aaron Woods, the last goal scorer, has it back. Simpson catches it behind the net. Out to Jeffroy. Overhand. Fake low went high, and then Szuczkowski was ready for it. He's got to pass to somebody. He was getting close to the 5-second count. 4-second count. Oh, Kells, nice job snaring that one with one hand, reaching to the extent of his goal stick. There's Taguri checking. He's been maybe the hardest working player on the floor today. Woods backpedals out to Thompson, back to Woods. Skylar Thomas with a go. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but it didn't connect for either. It's tracked down by Simpson. Thomas cutting through the middle, can't catch the pass. Jeffroy tries to get a shot off. Doesn't get through. 24 left on the penalty. Oshawa can kill it. They trail by 4, but there's still 7.5 to go. Here's St. John. Oh, what a save. Kells just got a piece of it. St. John behind the net. Now he's going to come out. Fights to the crease. Another nice save. Great effort by St. John. He is having a great game. That one's going to get better play. Didn't touch anything. And that will take us to the break with 7:17 to play. 16-12 Peterborough. 5 left on the Oshawa penalty.
If that is your ticket number, please claim your prize at 50-50 table in the lobby.
Timbermen start with the ball. And a very brief stretch of power play time to start this final stretch of the fourth quarter. Well, that player went back into the crease as he was knocked to the floor. Behind the back shot by Thomas. Stopped up out of play. Actually went wide and up out of play. Oshawa will get possession. McCrory taking his time. Watched by McFadden. Dives into the crease. Landon Kells will just kneel on him. 6:45 to go. It's 16-12 for Peterborough. Laskowitz. I find it hard to imagine he wouldn't score in this game. And as I say that, he gets his first. What a laser from the man they called laser. Luke Laskowitz pulls Oshawa back within 3. Pulled out by Coons. Goes to Wasson, but slides by him. Grabbed there by Chapman. Nice pass ahead to Bragg. He's going to roll it or flip it to Simpson. Gets away from him. That'll be an over and back. Diving attempt by Simpson. McCrory's got it, and Laird is with him. They've got the man off the bench is Laskowitz, and he scores, popping the ball within a couple inches of where the last one went. This one was more about placement. After the last one was power, and Laskowitz, just like that, has a pair. Coons pulls it out. First man there is Geddes. He's going to go to the net. Scores! Jeff Geddes on the run. What a beauty from the offside, or from the shoulder of the attacking zone there. Tucks it home to the far corner. So 6:15 to play, 17-14 for Peterborough, and they'll have the ball as there's a face-off violation on Patrick McCrory. Here's Simpson taking the ball from Bragg, who's going to stay up on offense. Thomas along the far boards, Archie on him. Thompson, a little pick. Thomas will shoot. Nope. Tried the pass to Thompson, didn't get through. It got through to the goalie. And Szuczkowski, outlet to Archie. Archie to Laird. Shot low, stopped by Kells. He's going to lob it ahead to Aaron Woods. Trailer is Thompson. He's the dangerous. Oh, nice job by McCrory getting out on him. Woods. Watched by McCrory. He's hanging on to the ball. I don't know how he does that. That's nearly physically impossible to maintain that ball with that kind of checking, but Woods does it. The save, though, by Shutzkowski on the shot, and here comes Oshawa. Oh, my goodness. It's the reverse broadcaster's curse. I have lit a fire under Luke Laskowitz. That's 3 in a row for him. Peterborough gets possession. Geddes has it. He's got a goal. It's a recent one. He's going to lob it up top, and he'll head to the bench for an attacker. Thomas. Over to Simpson. Shoots. Low shot. Save. Shutzkowski. It squirts at the back. It almost popped in, but went wide. Simpson trying to track it down. It's going to be Turguri who gets it. He bobbles it. Shoots low wide. And gets up out of play. It'll be Peterborough possession. Great effort by Turguri. Woods steps across center. To Thomas. There's Thompson. Bragg taking a bit of a pounding as he fights through traffic, through the check, and gets it to Woods. Woods low shot stopped by Shutzkowski. Double team forecheck pressure by Peterborough. Oshawa breaks it. Penalty coming to Oshawa, and they are livid. It's going to be an illegal cross check. Patrick McCrory going. So 4:05 to go. Peterborough with a 2-goal lead. Oshawa with a bunch of momentum, but now the Timbermen go to the power play. Thompson gets it back from Thomas. Oh, Aaron Woods drops the head of the stick and finds a tiny hole to squeeze the ball into for the power play marker. Face-off violation on Brett Coons. So Patrick McCrory, fresh from the box, will get the ball ahead, and Gilray with another goal. Floats one far side. 7 seconds off the face-off, and it's 18-16. Do not count the Outlaws out. Pops out straight to Bragg. He has a little trouble with it. Nice job to swim through traffic, then has his stick completely taken away from him by Turguri, who comes up with the ball. Gilray waves off the pass. Turguri saw him there, was about to pass. Gilray said, no, just set it up. Good call. St. John has it. Gilray wants the ball now. St. John's going to spin inside instead. Now he goes up to, he goes far side to Laskowitz. Saved by Kells. He looked behind him because everything Laskowitz shoots has been going in lately. But Kells had that one. Kells is looking bedraggled back there as he climbs up to his feet. Still 3:15 to go. 18-16 for Peterborough. Hasn't been an elegant game, but it sure is exciting. Ty Thompson to Thomas. There's Woods. He's hot lately. They double team him. They recognize it. McCrory. Big hit by Simpson. There's a pick from Strocher. Strocher knocks down Simpson. He's hovering over him. Shutzkowski involved too. Simpson's just going to take his helmet off as it was almost knocked off anyway. Here's McWaters. Gilray. Over to Laskowitz. Gets a pick from McNulty. Comes around it. Oh, he's got some space. That's dangerous. The save by Kells, though. Great job taking away the angle. Here comes Shane Francis. It's Wasson off the bench. Back to Francis. He's on his offside. I'm not quite sure that's the pass to make. Laird comes up with it. Lobs it ahead to McCrory. That's one where you got the pass from the guy. You see him open. He's got some space, but as you throw it, you're like, ooh, he's on his wrong side. Probably not the one. Oshawa with it. McNulty over to Laskowitz. Ripping another save. Comes back to him. Thought about the jump dunk. St. John's shot knocked aside. Kells comes up with it. Penalty coming. Illegal cross check. .158 to play. Oshawa down by 2, 18-16, but on the power play. Strong right with Laskowitz at the top. McWaters is low with Gilray on that side. McNulty behind the net. There's Gilray behind the back McWaters.
Peterborough Timbermen, penalty to number 20, Caleb Crow. 2 minutes for illegal cross check. That's Crow. 2 for illegal cross check.
Saved by Kells, the outlet pass. Here comes Thompson. Peterborough to the penalty kill mode. The penalty and the time are almost identical. There's 2 seconds more in the penalty, so Peterborough's happy to have the penalty expire because that would mean the game. Oshawa obviously needs to score on it, and McCrory will try to do so, but it's off of Kells and up out of play. Ryan McCrory's shot bounces out, but a fresh 30 for Oshawa St. John to McNulty. Thought about it, had a bit of a lane. Laskowitz, that's wide. Comes out to McNulty, but is snagged away by Ty Thompson. Killing the penalties. Gets ahead to Armstrong. He's 1-on-2. Oh, gets a pretty good shot off, but she scouts with the save, and there's the forecheck. Got to be careful going after the goalie there if he's got his foot in the crease. Armstrong, though, what a bull in a china shop. Great shift by Tyler Armstrong. You can see why Peterborough want to add him to the roster. We're into the final minute. 50 seconds to go, actually. St. John up to Gilray. Laskowitz is on the floor. Give it to him. He gets it. Shoots. Blocked out front. Goes back to him. Shovels it to McNulty. Gilray's shot scores. Gilray's getting hot, too. 18-17. The power play goal with McCrory and Coons with a crucial face-off. Coons pinches. Can he pop? Do they take the timeout? Yeah. Timeout by Peterborough before possession can be called. I think Oshawa is arguing that he'd already taken 2 steps. You can only take 1 with the ball in the back of your stick, but Peterborough gets the timeout. All right. Peterborough starts with possession. We got 28 seconds to go. McFadden spins away from it. Oh, that's Aaron Woods. That makes more sense. Peterborough sent a player to the bench. Nobody came out. So they're playing 4-on-5. I don't quite get that strategy. Oh, they're shorthanded. That makes sense. Okay, I understand it. Oh, what a tip by Woods. The ball was headed for Laskowitz. It would have been what a shot it would have been for Laskowitz and Oshawa to tie it up. But Woods gets the very tip of his stick on the ball. .7 seconds to play. 6 attackers. Oh, and Oshawa, they didn't complete the pass, but Gilray got it anyway. A shot, and Kells makes the save. Peterborough doesn't have to leave the crease. The final will be 18-17. What a thriller. The Timbermen hang on to eke one out over the Oshawa Outlaws. I'm Steven Stamp. This has been Arena Lacrosse League action. Make sure you go check out all the games. Can't promise they'll all be quite this exciting, but they are all pretty fun to watch. See you next time.